Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back today for another video with a ton of information for next month, May. And it's very exciting because we have a big MCU tie-in with this guy right up here, Adam Warlock. Man, I got the Funko for this dude. I'm so excited because, guys, the last Cosmic Champion that we had added to MCOC was Gallon, my only rank 5 Cosmic Champ, and he's pretty good. So I'm just really excited for this next month for MCU tie-in for Guardians 3. Very excited to see the movie, and we're also having one of my most wanted buff champions. Their buff is going live this month, which is Iceman, which the final form of Iceman's buff, I have that for you guys today. The details, we'll talk about that. Talk about one massive change that was made from the when he was first being tested with his buff, that translated to his final kit. We'll talk about that. We'll do some gameplay as well. And then I will have a full dedicated Iceman gameplay video coming when the patch goes live, because there's still some visual text bugs on the beta right now, and I want to play him on my main account. I want to take him into 8.3, which is not on the beta, the CCP beta, to get some really sick gameplay. So expect a full rank 4 dedicated Iceman video once he's buffed, and I'll also use a little bit of pre-buff gameplay to compare. But yeah, we'll circle back to Iceman. Let's first of all talk about a ton of the information for the month of May. So, Seed of Doubt, tasked with protecting the powerful world seed, the Guardians of the Galaxy find a cozy corner of the deep space to hide in. But they have a way of stumbling into trouble and soon find themselves rescuing MoonDragon, who is, I think, she's connected to Drax in some way, his daughter or something weird like that, and arguing with Adam Warlock. While also dodging attacks from all sides, will the Guardians be able to convince their newly reunited compatriots that they can be trusted to keep their cosmically important cargo safe, or will there be a Seed of Doubt? So, escape from the Titan. Titan is under attack, this time not by Thanos, but by Drax and his friends, who intend on dragging his daughter, MoonDragon, to an outing whether she likes it or not. Each path and fight you choose will determine the next set of encounters, buffs, and debuffs. Defeat each encounter along your way to help MoonDragon escape Titan. Your choices of paths and combatants will activate trap buffs that will change to fights ahead of you as you go. So remember, when the going gets tough, you did this to yourself. Sounds interesting. I think that's a side event. So, new faces arrive in the contest. After the tragic death of her father at the hands of the man-Titan Thanos, Heather Douglas was adopted by the Eternals on Saturn's moon, Titan, where she honed her latent physical, spiritual, and telepathic abilities. When she encountered the cosmic entity known as the Dragon of the Moon, Heather adopted the name MoonDragon after she seemingly bested, notice how it says seemingly though, the creature. Over time, she grew arrogant with her newfound powers and came under the sway of the Dragon of the Moon, who had actually survived and taken refuge inside her mind. Seeking to slowly corrupt Heather throughout her mission to defeat Thanos, having to contend with her influence of the outer entity known as the Dragon of the Moon, MoonDragon joins the contest as one of the most powerful telepaths in the battle realm. So it's been a while since we've really had more telepathic stuff. We had Emma Frost, obviously. We had Professor X. So it'll be interesting what she does to the telepath type interactions in the contest. And then here we have the Sovereign. So the Sovereign are an advanced race. These are the gold people from the Guardians 2. Arrogant in nature and meticulously designed, each Sovereign is developed through genetic engineering and birthing pods, but no Sovereign was created as faultless as the powerful Adam Warlock. They just said he's faultless. That means he's perfect. So this guy, he better be good. He better be good in MCOC. The High Priestess Aisha created Adam to be the perfect Sovereign and to ultimately put an end to the Guardians of the Galaxy. So I'm expecting, first, I can't wait to see this guy in the movie. Yeah, really excited to see how powerful he is in the movie, and really in game too. I hope both are worthy of Adam, because I've been waiting for this guy for a very long time. I don't know a ton about him in the comics, but I know that he did wield the gauntlet. So I'm excited to see him kick some butt, dude. Then we have this new Shooting Stars quest. So this is going to sound a little bit weird, but before we read any of this, this is going to be permanent content. I repeat, permanent content. It's also not going to be crazy endgame content either. It's supposedly not that difficult. Okay, just keep that in mind before we get into this. Okay. So shooting stars. For those who have become Paragon by completing Act 7 and owning at least 3 6-star rank 4 champions, the new Shooting Stars quest is coming to the Battle Realm to allow you to expand and empower your collection of 7-star champions. So Shooting Stars quest features 6 maps with 3 paths each. All Paragon players will have access to one path of the quest. So you'll be able to do one path in 6 of the maps, allowing them to collect completion rewards. Those with a full team of 7-star champions will be able to fully explore the quest and earn and collect exploration rewards. So it sounds like you need 5 individual 7-star champions to be able to explore this quest. But again, permanent content. It's not going anywhere, and it's also supposed to not be that challenging. So challenge these new quests and acquire 7-star hero crystal shards, new Paragon crystals, which feature 4 to 7-star champions, gold, class ISO 8 selectors, and to help you rank your roster. So, yeah, when I first read that, I was like, a full team of 7 stars? Like, what? Like, I don't even have enough shards for that right now. I have 32,000 shards as of right now, which would be not even 3 7-star champions. So, yeah, I might not be able to do this fully when it comes out. Right, let's keep reading. So then we also have Arena Rank Rewards update. Finally, the arena is being updated, which is so goddamn long overdue. Starting with the arena for MoonDragon, we'll be updating the rank rewards in the basic and featured arenas to give greater access to 5 and 6-star champions. We'll be expanding the availability of 6-star champions from the top 100 to the top 400. So they're quadrupling the availability of the 6-star earned from arenas. And 5-star champions to top 5%, as well as updating the remaining rank rewards. So here, current rank rewards with 6-star champion worldwide title, that's staying the same. And then it was rank 2 to 100, got the 6-star. Now it's rank 2 to 400, get the 6-star. Top 500 was 5-star champion and 1,000 6-star shards. Now it's top 1 to 5%, 5-star champion and 3,000 6-star shards. Old top 5% was 5,000 6-star shards, 1,000 6-star shards. Now top 6 to 10 is 10,000 and 2,000. So yeah, it looks like just a lot more shards for all the percentages. So it looks like a good change. I really not the guy to be talking about arena. I haven't stepped foot in the arena in a very long time, so this is not my bread and butter to be talking about. But I would really like to hear if any of you guys are arena grinders. I know a fair few of you are. What do you guys think about these changes? Did you want to see something else? What would you like to change to arenas? Are you happy with this? Please let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear you guys' feedback on the arena especially. And then we do have some more stuff to cover here. So champion update, Iceman has received a tune-up. Check his spotlight for more information, which I do have the Iceman spotlight right here, which we will jump to after. And then we have new relics being added. So maybe, Brian Grant, I'm calling you out, man. You said you're going to open your relics when the next new champs got added to the batch. Okay, time to open your relics, Mr. Grant. It is time. So this new batch of relics are ready to power some of your favorite skill, cosmic, and tech champions, with a focus on a few key users of certain class mechanics. Black Widow rewards champions who are already hunting their opponent's defensive abilities with ability accuracy reductions. That could be good on like Black Cat or Crossbones or something. Gamora is ready to power up the fury and cruelty buffs of your champions, especially if they rely on chance. Dude, that could be insane on Hyperion. Wait, hold on a sec. What if it increased the chance to proc Fury? I'm keen to keep an eye on that one. And last but not least, Green Goblin. Yeah, oh man. I was thinking about this the other day. I would really like Green Goblin to just get a sick buff. I think Green Goblin is like one of Spider-Man's like top 3 main villains. He deserves some respect. He really does. So Green Goblin powers up champions who drain their opponent's power, with a special focus on some of his fellow ne'er-do-wells. It's a weird thing to say, but yeah. So these all sound actually like some pretty solid relics. So excited to see those. Then we have some quality of life updates. So auto refill from stash when using items such as potions, energy refills, signature stones. The game will now automatically refill those items from the stash. This notably will not work for ISO and Catalyst when upgrading and ranking, and also doesn't work when using items to buy items in the store, i.e. trade-in, but will work for just about everywhere else. That's really good. That's awesome. I'm a big fan of that. It's just going to save some time and thoughts. You don't have to think about it. And then here we have Arena Express mode. So a new perk being added to the Summoner Sigil. Arena Express mode removes some screens and animations. It can be toggled on or off when picking your arena team. So there was a massive discussion about this in the CCP today. And it's so I'd really love to hear your guys' thoughts. Again, all you people who play Arena, or even if you don't play Arena, what do you guys think about this? Personally, I don't know. Like, as someone who has been a Sigil subscriber pretty much since it came out, I pretty much get it every month. This is not at all what I want. Not at all. And honestly, like, the Sigil, it's starting to feel pretty useless for me right now. Like, it's not really giving me much of a benefit. The only thing I'm really getting from it is some units, which is nice from the solo event. It's kind of like a better level up. That's kind of what I think of it as. So I like to get that. That's really the main reason why I get it. And there's some stuff in the Black ISO Market store that's okay. But everything is just outdated now. Everything is just outdated in the Black ISO Market. There's no new catalysts. There's like trade-ins. The trade-ins are limited to tier 2 alpha and tier 5 basic, which are becoming irrelevant for me at this point. I know that's not the case for a lot of people, but for like the very top end of players, those aren't the materials we're worrying about. We're worrying about tier 6 basic, tier 3 alpha, and now tier 6 class catalysts. If I'm buying the Sigil, I think like the focus needs to be on fixing the store, updating the store, not on some Arena Express mode. So for me, as a Sigil buyer, that's my thoughts on it. I think this is just it's pretty useless for me. Like I said, I don't play Arena. Maybe I'll play a little bit more Arena with this added and the new changes. I don't know, but still, I feel like this should just be available to everyone. Why should this be locked behind the Sigil? I don't know. I don't know. That this is not at all what I want from the Sigil. I want there to be updated trade-ins for tier 6 basic using tier 5 basic. I want there to be updates to tier 3 alpha using tier 2 alpha, like just a small trade-in that resets weekly. I want there to maybe be trade-in tier 5 class catalyst fragment crystals for maybe a 5% tier 6 CC selector, which again, everything I just said is already in the Black ISO Market, just at lower rates for lower level catalyst, which needs to be updated. It's long overdue. And also a new Sigil champion, because Sigil Witch has been there for a long time. That's what I want to see with the Sigil update. I went on a bit of a tangent there. Let's get back to things. But yeah, I would really appreciate you guys letting me know how you guys feel about all that Arena stuff, especially the Sigil stuff. And then, so this is just a bit of a disclaimer, so keep this in mind, guys. There are some issues with Adam Warlock and MoonDragon that are going to be going live. So they're going to be a little bit more powerful and doing some unintended things when they go live. So MoonDragon will be stronger than planned because she's protected from all sources of poison when she should only be protected from champions and nodes. So I think she's basically really benefiting from the Liquid Courage mastery, which she shouldn't be. It should only be from other champions applying poison or nodes applying poison, not mastery. So she's going to be a little bit stronger and a little bit more suicide friendly upon release, but that will be changed one day. So there's a disclaimer. And then Adam Warlock. So Adam will be stronger than planned at release because he's protected from all sources of nullify when he should only be protected from ones from champions. So for example, Adam Warlock at release, he's going to be able to counter the BUFFED node, but he's not intended to. So that will again be changed, but maybe it takes a while to make those changes. I don't know. So yeah. So that's everything coming in May. Now that we got through all that, let's go ahead and jump over to Iceman now. So, Iceman. This is when Iceman was getting announced for a buff, I was just so freaking stoked. He's like, if I had to compile a list of 5 champions that I wanted to be buffed most in the game, Iceman would definitely make that top 5 list. So I was really, really happy to see him finally getting a buff. Iceman is an Omega level mutant, which that means he's on like the same level as Magneto. So I want him to be like as powerful as Magneto is in this game as well, you know? So I'm really, really happy to see the buff. And so if you guys already know what they changed with the buff, the initial buff, it was, they increased the chance to apply this here. I think on his crits I think it was 40% prior, and I think they bumped it up to 70%. So when you crit, you apply that frostbite. But I still thought this was too low. It wasn't quite enough. But I found that the Scorpion synergy was really great. And a lot of you guys left a lot of great feedback on the Iceman buff video that I made. And I sent all that feedback over to Kabam, the people working on the buff, and in charge of, you know, all the buffs, and because it wasn't the final form. And so there was one massive change from the initial buff that you guys saw to now. And I'm really, really happy with it. And so that is the signature ability. So this is brand new, this line here. So while the opponent has a cold snap debuff, so with this newly buffed Iceman, the rotation is really just spam special ones, because one of the big changes was on the special one, you guaranteed to apply 2 frostbite paths, just guaranteed, and you can apply more as well if you get lucky with the crits. So that was a big change, really great change. And so the rotation for Iceman is just special one spam. That's what you want to do already. And now with signature ability, this just fuels that playstyle even more. So while the opponent has the cold snap debuff on them, the chance to apply frostbite on a critical hit is increased by a flat 30% at max sig. So at sig 200, 30 plus 70 equals 100. If you have a cold snap debuff on the opponent and you crit with a signature level 200 Iceman, you're going to be applying frostbites on every single crit. That is a fantastic change. Really, really love that, man. Really love that. I was really happy to see that incorporated now into his main kit. It also gave his signature ability some more juice, because before, you know, it was just you start the fight, it was just this, you start the fight with the cold snap. This may have been there as well, but it was mainly, you put in Sigs to Iceman because the initial cold snap debuff will be longer, and it was meant to be a defensive threat, because they take, if they're not immune to cold snap, they take that unavoidable damage right at the start of the fight, which was good and worth Sigs. But that was mainly a pure defensive ability. I mean, it's still useful on offense and counters evade, but it's primarily for defense. But now, I really like this, because this change now is very an offensive addition. So now his signature ability benefits him both defensively and offensively, and it's just even more worthwhile to give Iceman those signature stones. So yeah, just really love this change. So now let's go ahead and jump onto the beta to show you guys this Iceman. So we're going to do 2 fights here against Winter Soldier. We're going to do one with just Iceman. Like I said, there are some bugs on the beta. Just oh, looks like my game crashed. Okay, great. But yeah, so there are a couple of weird things on the beta. So you see here, it's 30%. On the beta, if I open up that signature ability, it's going to say like 0.3%. Again, just a visual bug that's not yet fixed. That should be totally solved on the main server once his buff goes live. And then we're going to also do the fight again, but with the Scorpion synergy. And the text on that synergy is also a little bit weird, but I'll explain that when we get there. But yeah, so let's just go ahead, fight Winter Soldier here. This is just Iceman with his buff, signature level 200. You can see, yeah, a little bit of a text bug there in the SIG, but it should be working properly. I do not have suicides on, just a regular mastery setup, nothing special here. No suicides, going to be inflating that damage, no boosts. This is just what a buffed Iceman will look like in like Battlegrounds. And I think he's going to be very useful in Battlegrounds. So let's see. Let's see the damage here. So boom, we start off with that cold snap, and you'll see every single time I apply a crit, we will get those frostbites. The thing is just Iceman does not have the best crit rate, but that is where the Scorpion synergy really does come into play. So boom, let's throw that special one. You see we get 2 frostbite passives from it. Get the cold snap back active. So you want to have that cold snap active at all. Wait, I just crit and we didn't get a frostbite. That might be a bug. That might be a bug. Because we had the frostbite, or we had the cold snap active. But yeah, you essentially just want to always keep the cold snap active so that your crits are guaranteed to apply frostbite. And again, only at max sig it's guaranteed, but of course lower sigs it's still going to be a much higher chance, so that's obviously what you want. And then yeah, just spam special ones, and you do want to detonate those when you can. Boom, 5 there, about 30k damage. And yeah, we've already taken off about half the Winter Soldier's health here. It's going great. Again, this isn't fantastic, but this is great for just Iceman on his own. I'm a big fan of this. And with that Scorpion synergy, I think that is by far his best synergy. And I really love that synergy for a couple reasons. Two main reasons. First of all, it's just a really good synergy for Iceman, and it's also a good synergy for Scorpion. It allows Scorpion to apply a stun debuff at the end of his special 2, which is, you know, good. But it gives Iceman more crit rate, and that is just so good for Iceman. So that's reason number one. I love the synergy because it's a good synergy for both characters. That's what makes a synergy really good, in my opinion, is when both characters get a nice benefit from it. And then the other reason why I love the synergy so much is because it's with Scorpion, the best science champ in the game, and Scorpion is definitely gonna be my next rank 5 science champion. So, like, I'll be questing, you know, with Scorpion all the time. Even at rank 4, I love to have Scorpion on my team. So, like, I just think the synergy is just fantastic. One of my favorite synergies, and I'm going to be utilizing it quite often. So, boom, that's Winter Soldier. 2 minutes, 12 seconds. You know, no suicides, no nothing. Not bad, man. Little over 2 minutes to take out, what, 500,000 health? That's not bad. It's not bad for just Iceman on his own. Now, let's throw in the Scorpion synergy, and you'll see just how much better it gets. So right now, like I said, the text is not correct on this. It says for each Frostbite passive on the opponent, Iceman gains 560 crit. That's not it. That's not it. What it's actually going to be when he's buffed is it's going to be, I think, 1100 critical rating when you have the Cold Snap active on the opponent. So it has nothing to do with the Frostbites or the amount of Frostbites. It's just a flat critical rate increase, about 1100, as long as the opponent has Cold Snap. And again, that's exactly what Iceman wants. You want to keep that Cold Snap on the opponent for the entire fight. And that's going to make your crits have a 100% chance to apply. And you can see we're going to be critting a lot more. You see that we have that precision passive right there. So far, we're getting really unlucky. There we go. There's some crits. So you can see, boom, there's 8 Cold Snaps, or 8 Frostbites, I mean. Boom, detonate those, quick 47k damage. And, like, yeah, like this synergy, it just amplifies what you already want to be doing with Iceman. And it's just absolutely fantastic. It's just absolutely fantastic. Boom, let's go ahead and nullify, or I mean, pop all of those. Okay, nice. Oh yeah, baby, give me those crits. There's 9. Oh yes, you can see it's just so much better with that synergy, dude. It just takes Iceman to the next level. Boom, let's detonate those. We have 10 of them. Oh, quick 35k. All right. A couple more. Oh, and I love when the special one crits, so it applies more than 2. Oh, that's just beautiful. Looks like our heavy missed a bit there. That's going to slow us down a tad. It's okay, though. Alright. Not getting as many detonations, manual detonations, as I'd like. Yeah, there we go. Got that one. But, yeah, you can see, like, this fight is just going so much faster. Boom, one more special one here. You really had to throw that? One heavy should finish the job here. Let's get a parry or a heavy off. Dude, come on. Go, detonate. Almost 2%. Die, buddy. Die. There we go. Okay, so with that Scorpion synergy, the fight was 1 minute 42. So we shaved off like 40 seconds. And I've had even faster. That one was a tad slower. But yeah, with that Scorpion synergy, it's really nice. It's really, really nice. But even on Iceman on his own, after this buff, it's pretty great. And I think he's going to be extremely useful in Battlegrounds and questing anywhere. I think, you know, Iceman, the damage now, he has the damage now. And that was the biggest problem with Iceman, is he just didn't have consistent damage output. Consistent good damage output. Now he does. He's, you know, Sig 200 guaranteed with the crits. You're gonna apply those frostbites, the damage is gonna be there. It's guaranteed on your special one to apply at least 2. Like, the damage is now gonna be consistent. So I think that's gonna make him a viable Battlegrounds attacker. But what Iceman already had was a ton of utility. So now he has He's the only champion in the game to be immune to Nova Flames, which is cool and kind of annoying at the same time because no one else was. That's what made Torch so unique. Now, I guess that's what makes Iceman unique, being the only one that is immune to it. But, you know, he also has immunity to Bleed, Poison, Cold Snap now, and Frostbite, and Incinerate, which he always had. So, a lot of immunities, a laundry list of immunities. That's always amazing to have. And then I think the most powerful ability that Iceman houses is his ice armor. So this armor counts as an armor buff in anywhere where you'd want it to. For example, when you're fighting Havoc, that ice armor buff would protect you from his plasma detonations. And just ice armor in and of itself caps damage at 5%. And normally these types of caps don't work against special 3s, but Iceman's does. You can just tank special 3s for days with Iceman, and that is such a powerful piece of utility. Now, that utility paired with his consistent damage, I am really happy with Iceman. I still think he could be better, but he is so much better than he was, and I'm just so excited to actually play him in his buffed form. And like I said, I will have a full dedicated rank 4 video just going hard with him in Act 8.3, getting some gameplay. I already have a couple paths in mind. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. Can't wait to bring him along when I have Scorpion also on the team. He might even end up being my first rank 5 mutant. We'll have to see. I'm definitely not locked in on that, but he's definitely a contender. That's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you did enjoy. Drop a thumbs up if so. Subscribe if you want to see more content. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.